They're doing it again. What's up, guys? It's Jake with TN Tactical coming to another video, and today we are going to be talking a little bit about a news story going on. Today we're going to talk about the ATF because looks like that they are getting ready to start infringing on a bunch of people's rights already if they haven't done so. So last week an email was leaked from the ATF on channels like Mr. Guns and Gear and a few other ones. It's looking like they are getting ready to go after rare breed triggers and wide open triggers for their forced reset trigger design. Now, in case you're not familiar with how this trigger works and what's going on, we'll go over that in just a second. First, let me get through some housekeeping. In case you're wondering why we're doing a couple of talking head videos back to back, so Brent and I both caught COVID about 3 weeks ago. It was right when we were filming that Hollow Sun 510C. Look around, look around, look around, keep looking.
Oh yeah.
You should definitely check that out. Appreciate that. On top of that, we have had some medical emergencies with one of my family members, and it has really taken a lot of my time away to be able to present good quality, valuable content like good gun reviews with full production intros. I know you guys like those. That's why we're getting a couple of talking head videos, because no matter what, I want to make sure I at least give you something on Monday morning at 9 a.m. So this is where we're at. Please bear with us. We do have another gun review coming out next Monday for sure, and I think you're going to like it. If nothing else, I think you'll find it interesting for sure. We should get back on track with our regular schedule of gun reviews and accessories and all that good stuff. I really appreciate you guys sticking around while we give you some news. So let's dive right in. I've got the layer here, and I will put it up right here for you real quick. So apparently there's two cease and desist layers, one for companies that manufacture and distribute, so FFLs, and then you've got another cease and desist layer towards distributors and retailers, so FFL and non-FFL. Now, the founder and CEO of Rare Breed Triggers actually got in contact with someone that had an issue with the ATF and the triggers they had in stock.
We've received word from one dealer in Illinois late yesterday afternoon stating that the ATF had paid them a visit, hand-delivered them a cease and desist, and then quote-unquote had taken FRT 15s from them. I've yet to actually speak to anyone at this dealer, so I have zero details to share. I don't know anything about that.
And additionally, on top of that, there's something down here. Let me pull on my glasses. Additionally, FMS will be collecting the number of FRTs recovered and number of defendants found in possession of these devices. What the f***? Now, the way this trigger is designed, you know, semi-automatic triggers, you pull the trigger, the hammer goes forward, it hits the pin, it fires the bullet, it comes back, and then that motion actually causes the trigger to set back in place while the bolt cycles back and comes back forward with a new round in the chamber. And that's typically how you normally reset the trigger, so that then you can pull the trigger again with the FRT 15. And these 3D models, by the way, are brought to you by Rare Breed Triggers, so please disregard the Crusader lower. I think that's kind of cringe, but that's just me. With the FRT, you pull the trigger, the hammer goes forward, and as the bolt comes back, it's going to hit that little block, that little square in the back there, that's going to lock the trigger. At the same time, force your finger forward. As it's cycling the bolt back, it's going to eject the old round, it's going to put the new round in, and then as it comes back forward, it's going to hit that little square, that little thing in the back again, and it's going to unlock the trigger. So your finger's already been forced forward, and then you're able to pull the trigger again, firing the new round in the chamber once the bolt carrier group is back into full battery. One trigger pull, one bullet. That's it. And this was actually designed based around the NFA's very definition of what a machine gun would be, because they did not want this to be considered a machine gun. Now, fast forward 1 year, we've had a few other companies come out that have basically infringed on the patent of Rare Breed. There was a few companies, but one that particularly stood out was Wide Open Triggers. I'm not going to really get into the nitty-gritty about the back and forth because they've been going in and out of court. The point is, there's a lot of different triggers out there. Now, the ATF is trying to basically just change the rules and decide that, oh, these triggers are in fact machine guns, even though they follow the NFA guidelines to not be a machine gun, but they just decide, oh, well, we're just going to change the rules anyways. We're going to go after it anyways. You know, no one's given them a court order. In fact, the ATF is actually still in court with Rare Breed Triggers about this whole issue, classifying them as machine guns. But you know, the ATF's going to do what the ATF wants to do. They're apparently already knocking on doors, and they're trying to seize triggers from both store owners as well as manufacturers. And it could come down to the line where they may even start knocking on homeowners' doors. Hopefully that doesn't happen, though. Me personally, I don't really... I've only seen them be shot, you know, on YouTube and stuff like that. I don't really have that much experience with them myself, really. Now, let me just put it out there. I don't own any of these forced reset triggers. I'm just saying that, you know, why is this a concern? The reason why this is important is because the ATF is basically running around without any kind of court order, without any permission or any judgment, and have just decided to take matters in their own hands and decide, oh, we're just going to go round all these triggers up, regardless of what future ruling may even come in our battle with Rare Breed Triggers. That's what the ATF is currently doing. And that's the issue we have at hand here. I know a lot of you guys are right-leaning, conservative, and libertarians. I love you guys. And you love freedom, just like I do. So here's why it's a concern. Some of you out there may be thinking, oh, well, these triggers are kind of a novelty gimmick kind of thing, kind of like how slide fire stocks were kind of a novelty thing as well. Here's the issue, okay? I get it that it's a novelty thing. Yeah, you're basically just going to be wasting ammo, mag dumping here and there. But the problem is, that's our God-given right if we want to. As long as we're following the law, which we are, according to the NFA. Subscribe if you think we should abolish the NFA. It's just a matter of principle. The ATF has no right to just decide that, hey, we're going to start describing these and categorizing them as machine guns just because we want to. That's that slippery slope we're talking about. We're always worried about more restrictions on our gun rights. These are kind of the small baby steps that they take in order to get what they want eventually. Even if you don't care for the forced reset triggers, please consider that the ATF is testing the waters. They're testing to see what boundaries they can push and what things they can kind of get away with. If they're doing it with this, they may be more open to doing similar tactics in the future with other accessories or barrels or triggers. Apparently they're getting ready to go after the P80 companies that make like the polymer 80 frames and stuff. I just want to make this video to bring awareness to you that this is a very important issue. It's just another example of the ATF's overreach and stepping out of bounds. So guys, if you enjoy this kind of content, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below. I would love to hear what you think about this. It's a very serious issue. Next week we'll be back with another gun review. I think you'll like it. We'll see you next time.